Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mindustry playthrough. So, I think we discussed last episode that we were going to work on getting some Metaglass so that we could start working on this fourth quadrant of the tech tree here, starting with mechanical pumps and so on, so that we can get some more levels. We've neglected to do so on some of the past sand levels. That's obviously my fault, I just didn't cross my mind. But we can go ahead and get that now. Also, I unlocked this with that previous 60 round run over here in the silicon and all that. We unlocked this. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start Desert Wastes, and I will actually come back once we have a good amount, or at least a decent farm for Metaglass. So, be right back. Okay, so just a little update. As you can see, we're starting to collect some lead and some copper here, and we're going to start making graphite, so we can go ahead and make the kilns to then, eventually get our Metaglass. So, I'm having trouble talking here, but what we're looking to do is take all of our coal. We might actually have enough for, what is it, 3.6? Yeah, router, okay. And then all we need is a sorter at the end, set to that, and this here, and, oh, wait, sorry, so we need another sorter right there. And there we go. So we're gonna have some graphite rolling in. Terrific. I just sort of wanted to show off this little design. I saw it on YouTube, thought it was useful, and unfortunately we're having some, excuse me. Oh, well, actually that works. Just kidding. I just realized we don't even need to because should be able to just go through the system anyways. Terrific. Yeah, we like sorters. Obviously we're getting a bit of a clogged pipe here. We may need to change some things. Maybe get some faster conveyors. Maybe we should look into that on the tech tree because clearly it's maybe not the most efficient, but there's still some space. It's doing okay. What's important is we're actually getting a good amount of resources, I think. Right? Yeah, it's working. Anywho, yeah. So with that in mind, I will be back once I have a nice kiln set up. And we have Metaglass, so I'll give you a little overview of what that looks like in a moment here. Sorry, I just gotta zoom out a little bit so I can see where I'm going. Because obviously it's actually quite a way. Just don't do that. So this is going to be sort of an outer rim influx. Why not? Ta-da! Let's just finish all this. What happened? Where's my Metaglass? Where did it all go? That's odd. Is there a production issue? Is it a power issue? No. It's not enough lead. Why would there not be enough lead? Am I being stupid again? I must be being stupid again. Alright, I'll be right back when I figure it out. So a couple of things. Oh, did it stop working again? This one's getting sand, this one's not. It stopped again. Alright, I gotta look at it more. Hold on. Okay. So, my takeaway from this, I gotta fix that. My takeaway from this is to leave a space here so that it doesn't get your inputs and outputs confused. Because every time it tries and outputs into this, goes here, splits this way, and it just reroutes all of your Metaglass back into the system. So just leave a space between these. or use a sorter or something so that you don't contaminate your inputs and outputs, because that just appears to be what's happening to me. Yeah, let's go fix this. So, you haven't missed much. I'm sort of trying to cut down the video length because I realize that they're rather long. And, I mean, you know, there's only so much, so much about Mindustry Let's Plays I'm sure you can be interested in. So, with that in mind, I decided to sort of just cut it down a little bit, make it a little more digestible, so you're not sitting here watching all 60 rounds of my eternal run like the last episode. So, what we're doing here, I suppose I'll show you a little overview of what I have going. How's the power? Still pretty good. So, let's run through. Yeah, look at all that Metaglass. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and looks like the bottleneck's on sand, so that's a pretty easy fix. We just add more sand. Okay, and even more if we want. Okay, so right, so we have this little factory. This is our graphite presses. Obviously, I think I showed this previously. So it's making our graphite. It's just going through here. Yeah, all the way back to the core. Nothing really around the core because there's no resources. This map seems to be very sparse with resources. Actually, I was kind of surprised. Well, so much for those vendors. Let's put up some walls. And, yeah, maybe we'll throw them in there. So I don't think this can reach that. Yeah, so let's go ahead and put a mender in there. How about it? Bam. Nice. Also, we definitely don't need this many. So this is probably going to create a power struggle. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Because, you know, there's only so much stuff going to get that far back there anyway. So let's just protect the backside, and this will be our front little outpost. So this has basically been spearheading all of our defense. Stuff's coming in, getting killed by this. Haven't really had any problems. Eventually, I do know that I'm going to get some bigger enemies, so we're going to work on renovating the defense here momentarily. Let's see, but yeah, this seems to be working just fine. Still need more sand. It's kind of a surprising need. I hear flamethrowers. I hear flamethrowers, I get nervous. Let's see. No, sorry, it's 6-2, actually. There we go. Well, maybe we will add another. How about that? Yep. Okay, so, something I should check is exactly how much, what's our capacity today? Our capacity is 4.0. So, we'll try and get 4K Metaglass. Looks like we're an eighth of the way there, so shouldn't be too much longer, I would hope. This stream is pretty constant, which, you know, obviously I'm proud of because it means it's somewhat working. Sort of interested to try out some of these new things. So I did actually use Drog miner drones in a previous episode. I think it was the one that cut off. I think it was episode like 3 or something. But so this uses a bit of power, but I'm interested in exactly how it works. So let's go ahead and launch it because I want to see how you can if you can control it, because I remember having a thing where I didn't know how to control it. So, with that in mind, what if I took more sand and like met in the middle? You know, what if I brought some in from? Oh, see, because like this bottleneck is pointless, right? So what if I did this? Came down one because I have to, and then like right here, and then brought it up. Which one is my sand? My sand is my bottom. And then did this. What if I did that? Makes me wonder, because I don't know. I'm curious. So there's our miner drone. He's getting some lead by the looks at it of it. I don't really. Sir, can I control him? Can I control you? Can I make you get something other than lead? Maybe not. Okay, so this is clogged because when this goes all the way to the end, it's going to clog here. So, in conclusion, I'm done. What I could do, actually, is I could go... I think I could... Let's see. If I came... No, it needs to be one higher than that. If I... like, came right here and then pushed it down, it would go into this. And then if this gets overfilled, it would just go to the sides, which is sort of what I want. Would then fill up, right? So it's starting to clog, which I'm hoping it will go this way eventually then. Which I think is what's happening right here. Yeah, so these are going all the way to the end, to the left side, and then filling that up. These are, what, out of power? Why you no produce? Oh, wow, the production's actually so high, we can't fit it all. That's impressive, I guess. So, I guess now it's super efficient. Dope. Okay, well, this has survived yet another wave too, so that's cool. What do we have? 200? Let's see. Do we have any turrets that run off of electricity? I'm sure we do. Let's use a cool turret. How about that? Alright, I'll be right back when I figure out what to do. So I've added an arc here to see how that will work out. So let's see how it does against its first little wave. I'm hoping some of them actually get close enough. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. Nice, and then we've got this giant mech dude. That's awesome. And then I'm interested, what happens if they're healed and on fire? Can Mender stop fire? Will fire stop after a period of time? The Mender is outpacing the fire, which is pretty rad. I'm curious, though. Does the fire dissipate after a while? Yes, it does. Awesome. Metaglass production is as high as ever, and bottlenecked, but I mean, I don't really feel it's even worth the resources to unbottleneck it, to be honest. So we're up to 1,000 of each of these, and then we have a bit of graphite. So let's see if we can work on our graphite production, because that would totally help. I'll be back when I think of something. Okay, so I grabbed a little coal vein down here, and we're just producing a little bit more right here. And I've made a second, I suppose, exhaust out down to the ship, I guess. The core, that's right. So yeah, now we have an extra one. So I think we're gonna make sure that this Metaglass factory can actually output all that it needs to output. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and we'll... Oh, actually, well, it looks like it's doing pretty well at the moment. It looks like the max it can do is 3, because the production of 3 versus the intake of, like, a stacked single pipe is not that high. So, but what I want to do is I actually want to improve it. So let's do this. Now, why are you held up? Interesting. All I'm trying to do is get more sand into this so we can max out this machine, because that's all I really want to see is this machine doing really well. Let's see how this is doing. Mostly well. Still a bit of a risk to my health. It looks like one of our walls died though. Sad to see it go. Let's make sure this is getting repaired. Yeah, it is. Okay. Right? Yeah, they're all in. They should all be in range. Yeah, they are all. Okay. Cool. What was it doing? Right, I was making sure that all of this could get out. It looks like it can. There's a weird sand intake issue that I think I must be causing with, excuse me, with the second input here. So what if I went ahead and cut it off right here? What happens then? Or even, like, I would have thought, what if it was here? Oh, well, that would output. But I could fix that with a junction. Right, so what I'm hoping is that blockage goes that way. No, I just don't think from two directions really works. I think I just need faster conveyors. So I suppose we'll work on that. We'll have to look into that on the tech tree, getting faster conveyor belts. That's pretty awesome. Just how that works. Well, I suppose we can go ahead and overflow gate this, and then if it, right, so if this, so that means, I think it means I can go this way with it. Let's see, but I need to make sure these are junctions. So I think that might actually help it. Might be the one. Let's see. So it started over here. The problem is the lead that I need is going to this one first, which means this is getting it back. It's a bit of a mess. It's just a bit of a mess. Because there's no point in making the output any better if the input isn't good in the first place, right? So, yeah, no, I just don't think it's really gonna work all that great. But clearly we've got a good amount of Metaglass output, so. But it doesn't look like we need to secondary this because it's not really getting pushed too hard. Oh well. Let's go check on those supplies and see if we should launch here or maybe wait a little bit longer. Yeah, looks like we'll wait a little bit longer. So I will pause here and let you know if I have any new developments. Looks like it's a boss fight, guys, so let's take a look. I added some extra arcs up here. Let's see how that'll turn out. Okay, at least it didn't get away. That would have been bad. But yeah, it doesn't really look like we lost anything. This guy's not getting any power, which is unfortunate. So let's supplement that with this. Okay, but yeah, that's looking pretty nice. I also added a couple extra lead pumps going here. So it looks like we're full on Metaglass. Have we done it? Yes, we have 4K Metaglass. Awesome. So what that means is that we can start working on just getting Graphite. And by the time we finish that, we should be maxed out, and we should be able to launch. So let's look for some ways to get some more Graphite. It took forever, but now all of my inputs are literally just Graphite, so yeah. I think I should get into the practice of if I have, I should just put overflow gates by my, I might core and just let them lead to incinerators, but I was kind of lazy and ended up taking probably the worst route possible of putting them into storage and then deleting the storage. So, but oh well, what's done is done, and what dies dies, which is me. But this defense is holding out excellently, so yeah, one of these days we're going to have to go on a super long run. I'm not sure when that'll be. It'll probably be once I reach towards the end of the campaign. But don't know how far away that is, so we'll see. Maybe we'll have to go back and grind some stuff out. But yeah, as you can see, I've clipped a lot of just the inputs from other stuff, and now it's almost exclusively graphite. So there we go. Alright, well, I'll be right back. Just thought I'd show you guys the final wave. They do seem to get through this first one here, but other than that, it seems to do pretty well. So, there's another 60-round run. How about that? Let's see how close we are. About 2K. So I'll be right back when we end up launching, and we'll look at the grades and all that. Okay, so it looks like all we're going to get is about 2K and some change, so I suppose we'll go ahead and... Oh, almost clicked the wrong thing there. Looks like we'll go ahead and change. So we ended up getting an SS, and we got about 2,600, and just short of 4K on the other two. So, pretty good result. Now we have a whole bunch of stuff. You know, we didn't get any silicon, so I'll have to do that in a bit. But, well, I should probably go and... well, we can get the mechanical pump, conduits, liquid junctions, all of this nice stuff from down here on the bottom. So now that we have all that, all we need is a bit of silicon, and we can actually unlock a whole bunch of other stuff like thermal generators and lots of titanium. But spirit repair drone factories. That actually sounds really cool, because you just get one of those early game that just makes sure none of your stuff goes wrong while you're building. But yeah, we can grab that real quick. But yeah, so that'll be it for this episode. Next episode, we'll go ahead and grab some silicon, as well as probably push to some of the newer maps that we've got, such as Stained Mountains and such, to see if we can make our way closer to the end. But thanks for watching. If you stayed all the way to here, give it a like. That really helped me out. And thank you. Doppler, farewell.